Kiambu. And it's indeed extremely sad that such good ambassadors of our country can leave our country without due recognition by the ministry charged with that responsibility. And to make matters worse, they go represent our country out there, they win, come back, and not a single officer in the ministry or the minister himself has the decency and the courtesy to receive them at the airport and even to recognize and appreciate the good work they have done for our country. And indeed, Honorable Speaker, I can hear the Honorable Shakir whispering that he is busy, and all ministers are busy. But when you're Minister for Sports, your core business is managing our sportsmen and women. And more so those who are able differently, these are the people who we should support more. So that even as we speak about giving opportunities to people who live with disability or are able differently than us, it doesn't become just a matter of talking, but we are showing those others who have talents and skills in other areas that they are recognized, they are appreciated, and they are valued by their own country. Therefore, let me, on behalf of the government of Kenya, take this opportunity to profoundly apologize to these great sportsmen and women of our country. But even as I apologize on behalf of the government and the people of Kenya, the Minister, Honorable Speaker, must appear before this House, and I will cause his appearance specifically to tell this House and to tell the people of Kenya why he lacks the time to attend to people who are representing our country and are good ambassadors of our country, Honorable Speaker. Because that is the biggest responsibility, Honorable Speaker, as you were saying yesterday. Members of Parliament, as the people's representatives, must hold ministers to account. You are not made a minister in this country to fly flags in the streets and push and bulldoze your way through traffic with Subaru escorts. You are made a minister to serve the people. And if you are made the Minister of Sports, you must serve sports and sportsmen and women of our country. The best ambassadors who represent us. Honorable Speaker, you can imagine the great feeling that we all feel when these athletes are competing out there and they are winning medals for us. We all come together as Kenyans. And the highest representation we should see in those stadiums, our ministers not carrying Joyriders on trips abroad to accompany them to trips abroad and doing nothing. We must see them here receiving our #1 ambassadors around the world. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, on behalf of not just these honorable members, the people of Kenya and the government of the Republic of Kenya, I must profoundly apologize to these great men and women who have ably represented our country, but also promise them we shall take the minister to account for his time in office, and he must appear before this House, Honorable Speaker, to tell us why he could not afford time, not just for these athletes, but even for others, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I am constrained to say more because there is more I could have said. Allow me, Honorable Speaker, because I heard the President the other day saying there are people serving in government who he knows more about their ministries, departments, and agencies in their ministries more than they do. Let them know notice has been served by none other than the President, and we shall pick the cue from there. And it shall not be pleasant. I know you have the copyright of noisy and messy, Honorable Speaker. I will not use those words. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Majority Leader. Honorable members, let's salute those young athletes. and thank the Honorable Muya and the Honorable Catherine Omanyo for being in Berlin to represent us at the Games. Honorable members, because of these great young Kenyans, Kenya's national anthem is the most played in capitals around the world because of their performance. You go to some countries, you find a street named after an athlete, and the only recognition they have is that he finished a race at the Olympics. Not one, just finished a race at the Olympics. But these are world beaters. Thank you, honorable members. Honorable Dan Wanyama, we had closed this, but I had given direction to your committee and you must act. I'll give you a minute.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Just to have a minute to thank the athletes that did proud this country. And from where I sit as a committee, I didn't facilitate the going and participation of Honorable Catherine Omanyo to be part and parcel of that contingent on behalf